Welcome to the first of my series of short videos on how to keep a learning log and what it's all about. So without too much ado, here is a learning log sheet. It's no great mystery. It comprises basically four major sections, as you can see: what happened, conclusions, actions, and when, with a significant experience headlined at the top. So to put a little bit of detail on that, each of my handwritten entries, of which there have now been 1,288 since February of 1987, has a headline. I usually write this at the end because otherwise I find myself not clear until I've written an entry what it is I'll be writing about. So the significant experience reflects what's been written, not what I will write to. The significant experience is followed by what happened. A brief story, just a contextual observation really about what it is that happened that prompted the conclusions, which are the most important part, all of which start with the word that I need to get better at, that I've improved the way I have done this, that I need to do more on so and so. A great word, it's a great word, that, for concluding, and that to me is the heart of what the whole of keeping and learning logs all about, particularly for someone like me that isn't a naturally reflective person. So the actions that follow that are very important. Not 15 or 20, not 1 or 2, 3 to 5 typically. Short, concise, realistic, not always keeping within the boxes. I stray across my boxes. I'm not a slave to the structure in that respect. So actions tend to take up a short part of the bottom of the form, and then the when is what follows for each action. When am I actually going to take the actions that I say I'll do, to make it just a little more likely that something will result. So if you follow this structure, if you're committed sufficiently to find the 20 minutes or so that it takes me to write one of these up, over a period of some considerable length of time, you end up with something a bit like this. This is just one of 4 files that I have on as a record of my learning. I've got 1,288 in total. They take me, as I say, 20 minutes or so. How do you find that time? Well, we can find that time. That time can be found for anyone who takes their own professional development sufficiently seriously to put it ahead of moaning for 20 minutes a day about how time can't be found. How often do I write it? Not one every day. I used to, but now it's typically 5 or 6 a month at best. Working out for yourself, 28 years, 1,288 means approximately these days 40, 50 or so a year. I've got a lot of other means of managing my own professional development. This is now a less significant one than it used to be. The internet, for instance, and 758 currently videos that I've gleaned, public domain, is just one aspect that wasn't open to me in 1987 when I started doing this. So I'm still doing it. It's got 750,000 to 750,000 words in it now. It's not a difficult thing to do if you can find the commitment. The time is there. It's all about the desire. So that, broadly, is what a learning log looks like. And I'm going to go on in a bit to come up with some other short sections to give you a bit of an insight into what I've got from doing it, how I go about it, and what tips I'd give for anyone starting out a journey that I've been on since February of 1987. 1,288 handwritten words since that time. Yes, it's entirely possible. Where's yours? It should be there.